Hi, I am Dr. Aswathi. I am an ENT surgeon specially dedicated to breath and sleep corrections in adults and kids. Have you ever noticed a child breathing through the mouth or sleeping with mouth open? This is not normal. You would have seen childs breathing through the mouth or sitting with mouth open postures in your neighborhood, surroundings, or in your child's classroom. But let me tell you, this is not physiological and this is not healthy. Child may either have problem now or it can have very serious consequences in his future. If a child has mouth breathing, it can cause lot of issues. Number one is this is adenotonsillar enlargement. I can give you references because mouth breathing, which usually went undiagnosed in the past or unnoticed in the past, usually is a trigger for adenoid enlargement. The first one is Guilleminot musculoskeletal hypothesis. Dr. Kristen Guilleminot, he is the father of sleep medicine. So he put forward this famous hypothesis. In this hypothesis, you can clearly see that any factors which causes mouth breathing, it could be tongue ties, restricted oral tissues, it could be any postural compensations which causes mouth breathing, can increase nasal resistance, which can lead to turbinate enlargement or adenotonsillar enlargement. After adenoids and tonsils have been enlarged, then mouth breathing again starts. So it's just a cycle which keeps on perpetuating like this. If your child has mouth breathing, number two, it can cause altered development of facial skeletons, jaw bones, or airways. In mouth breathing, tongue posture is low, either because tongue is physically restricted in conditions such as ankyloglossia or functionally it is weak. So in that situation, tongue function and tongue mobility is improper. The tongue position, which is the tongue should be up against the roof of the palate. This is one of the most important function of the tongue to be up against the roof of the palate. It influences the width of the development of the face because when tongue is up against the palate, the pressure exerted is very much essential for proper development of maxilla and mandible. When tongue is low, it can or tongue is functionally weak, it can cause altered development of maxilla, high arched palate. And when you consider nasal cavity is narrow and it can create deviation of nasal septum either to right or left. When the teeth comes, it can appear or it comes usually crooked. So this facial deformity, either it can lead to long narrow face with protruding jaws, or jaws can become underdeveloped and it can set back. So these facial abnormalities can be a result of mouth breathing which you unnoticed or which you missed and which a child is having from the long past. So what we told before, that mouth breathing causes adenoid enlargement and mouth breathing causes craniofacial skeletal abnormalities like long narrow face or short face. So when we connect together, what we realize is that adenoid faces, that is famous adenoid faces that we all know, like long narrow face, high arched palate, crooked teeth, pinched in ella, everything is not a consequence of mass which is obstructing the nasopharynx. No, but it is the craniofacial muscle dysfunction, that is improper function of tongue muscles, lips muscles, jaw muscles, face muscles. All this alters the development of face. So everybody knows it causes long narrow face. No, it can even cause short face with set back jaws. So if you just do adenoidectomy for adenoid problems, the other problems related to craniofacial skeleton, airway, the improper development of the jaws, everything will be unaddressed. So you have to have adenoidectomy also together with correction of this all those improper craniofacial muscle function. If your child have mouth breathing, it can cause sleep disordered breathing, SDB. So what are SDB? These are symptoms which occur when breathing is hampered or breathing is improper during sleep. Mouth breathing causes collapse of airway at sleep. So there may be decreased oxygenation during sleep, brain activity and brain function may hamper badly. Decreased oxygenation during sleep can affect brain function, brain activity, especially neuronal plasticity during sleep. So morning, daytime, when the child wakes up, the child can present with a number of symptoms like poor concentration, poor academic performance, behavioral issues, concentration problems, even ADHD and ADHD-like symptoms. In the night, when you observe an SDB kid, you can see the child is having restless sleep, tossing and turning over. Child will be sleeping with extremely odd, fancy positions. There will be bedwetting and most important, teeth grinding. Teeth grinding is usually considered normal. No, it's a sign of SDB. And again, child can even roll over and just fall down from bed also. So, as a parent, hearing all this, whether you really think mouth breathing is normal for a kid, should you get any interventions? What do you think really?